Good afternoon, good evening, hello, what is crack-a-lackin', my YouTube peeps? Dale here from Couch Warrior. It's a lovely day here in Christchurch, New Zealand. I'm just living life, living the dream, as they say. Uh, haven't been blown up yet, so that's a good sign. Yeah, yeah, I'm still in one piece. I think the people around me are still in one piece. But yeah, if everyone else is in one piece, let's try and keep it that way, eh? Without further ado, I thought I'd bring up my early morning excursion watching UFC London. Yeah, London, England. And I had a feeling that I was going to be not overly enthused by what we bore witness to. And I think it was. I think a lot of people were agreeing that it wasn't exactly the nicest, the greatest card. Before I continue on, though, be sure to like, subscribe, turn your notifications on, tell your mates that I'm not actually that bad. You can if you want to. I mean, if you don't want to, you do what you do. You do you, boo, as the kids used to say back in the day. But without further ado, let's get right into it first, and let's get in. Yeah, we got Chanel Dyer versus Ravina Oliveira. So Miss Oliveira, I think I had her winning this. Actually, yeah, no, I did. I had that chick winning by I think 29-28 decision. But yeah. First time in a long time we actually got ourselves a finish in the women's strawweight division. So how awesome is that? How cool is that? So the second round TKO. I didn't catch this because this was far too early for my blood to wake up. But yeah, no, awesome win. I had one of the two British chicks winning, and unfortunately the what was her name? Oh, jeez, I can't remember what her name is now. Something Mullins. Melissa Mullins, I think that's her name. She ended up crying hard out, made weight, but her opponent missed weight by 8 pounds. Apparently, she was on her period, and whenever they're on their periods, they can't cut weight. So that's, I would have thought that you just squeeze them like a bit of a, tomato can, and they get that extra little bit out of them, but apparently that's not how that works. So power to them. But yes, a good one from her. Moving up the card, the Shem show is not looking very Shemelistic. With all the talk, all the big talk, all the big, getting confused for Patchy Mix. I mean, how, brother? You're 0-2 in the UFC. Your record's the same as Patchy Mix's. So so I think the slightly more humble approach might be a bit more might pay this guy. Might pay for this guy to be a bit more humble, especially pushing your opponent at the weigh-ins and in such a manner, and just talking a whole heap of shit. And just couldn't capitalize on the things. And Abdul Karim Abdul-Jabbar Sawadi, fucking whatever this dude's name is. He's got too many names. Is it Abdul Karim? Is that his first name? And then Al Sawadi is his last name? That would make sense. Then that's all good. But space them out. Or is his last name Sawadi and his first name Abdul Karim Al? Yeah, that's you know what I mean. $7.50 company, folks. I'll say that. I'll say that until they're not worth $7.50 anymore. But yeah, good win for Abdul Karim. Good on him. Louis Sutherland versus Brando Pericic. This was very much a one-sided fist fight. Louis Sutherland, when he won the Cage Warriors heavyweight championship, he did the big thing, and his traps were had traps, and they had little dudes doing this, going on them. I don't know what happened to him, but I know what happened to him. I mean, it's steroids, obviously, because fucking he's turned from that into a barrel. So if you are keen on a barrel of wine or a barrel of anything, basically, you call Louis Sutherland. He's got that barrel on him all the time. But good win for Brando Pericic, won by TKO first round, which was pretty much a given. I had the Balkan Bear winning this by KO as well, so good win there. Good win there for things. Let's see how he goes. There is a chance. Are we seeing another good new heavyweight in this division? Hopefully we are, but we don't know. Hopefully our boys Navajo Sterling and Carlos Ulberg, Tyson Pedro, and Izzy keeping Brando nice and sharp. Keeping the footwork fast, having some good movement, some good takedown defense and stuff like that. Let's see. I'm hoping that we've only seen the beginning of Brando. So moving forward on the fights, we had another decision. We had Mantras Tavicius. I think that's how you say it. Won by unanimous decision. Just did exactly what I thought he was going to do against Antonio poker player Tricoli. Blood needs to invest in get some of these poker winnings and get a hair transplant. He lives in Brazil. That's where most of them get done anyway. So you might as well go down up the road and get himself some new fresh implants after he wins some poker, because he's probably going to get cut from the UFC probably this week or next week, or probably in the next. Unless he's got one more fight, then they might let him fight out his contract, and then they probably won't re-sign him. But we'll see. It was very much a one-sided fist fight when it came to this fight. Up the card, we had our other heavyweight fight of the card, and it was Mario Pinto versus Felipe Franco. And I thought that this was also going to be a KO one, or even a submission or something, because I know that Mario Pinto does have, he is quite well-rounded when it comes to various skills and stuff like that. But no, great unanimous victory decision. I think a lot of heavyweights and stuff like that need to go to do the decision, be able to tit for tat, but not be tired, if that makes sense. Because what I gather, this is how I feel, at least, when it comes to the heavyweights and stuff like that. If they go to the decision, they're both absolutely fucked. They're knocking on death's door of how absolutely fucking puffed they are. And it just looks absolutely shithouse. And I think that this was a little bit like that, but I think it was but I think that he definitely won. He definitely won that battle. But yeah, again, it's just points, and I just had a feeling that this was going to be the kind of the thing of the night, being decisions or and a couple of KOs here and there. Good win for Mario Pinto. Let's bring him up. Don't give him anyone hard out soon. It's the same with Brando. Don't match them up together, or I wouldn't match them up. I would give them a couple more dudes before they to see how they can progress. But it's good to know that Mario Pinto can go to the distance. He's not just one of these one round fighters, and he's fucked. There's tons of those people, like Michelle Pajeda is one of these fighters who you look at him funny and he's puffed. But yeah, up the card we have, I think this is the featured prelim. No, it's not the featured prelim. It's nearly the featured prelim. But I don't know. We had Nathaniel Wood versus Losine Keita. Apparently, this one here. I think this was the fight that I didn't see this fight. This was the fight that I think I just saw the last 10 seconds. What was it? No, that's right. No, this fight they were talking about before the Mason Jones Axel Solar fight. But no, from what I hear and from what I've been seeing and a little bit of screenshots and all that kind of stuff, I don't see how. Yeah, this was definitely a 29-28 decision to Nathaniel Wood. So that was but I don't see how Keita could have won. Won on one of the scorecards, because I think it was a pretty obvious 29-28, but obviously clearly, there must have been there would have been a close round, and it probably would have been the first round. That would have been the close round. That is Nathaniel Wood's problem, is that he does, I mean, don't get me wrong, he is an excellent fighter, but he has two key things that he kind of fucks up on, and one of those is he fumbles finishes. He'll still win, or if that generally happens, that's when he may lose that decision, or he makes them close, and he makes his fights too close too often. And I believe that is going to be, and that's the difference between here, hang on, there we go. You can see my notes. So you got here, and then you got, and then you got here, and you got out of the fucking stratosphere, and that's where your top fives, or your top fives are sitting in here, and old mate is he's just not quite able to hit. And just get up to that thing. So I mean, I do think he deserves top 15 opponent, and a top 15. I think Nathaniel Wood is one of those kind of guys that can he can kind of chill out between ranks. The highest rank that I can see Nathaniel Wood getting is possibly rank 9. Say he'd be sticking in that 9 to 15 kind of range quite a bit. Then every now and again he might go on a 2-fight skid and actually get down out of the rankings, but then get a ranked dude. And it's that kind of Kevin Holland kind of thing. So he's just always real close to the top 15. Will hit the top 15, but then fade out of the top 15, and I think a lot of that kind of stuff will happen with Nathaniel Wood. But I mean, I want him to win, and I want him to do well, because he's a cool dude, and good win. And as I said, it's a good win to have against this dude that's apparently meant to murder everyone. So up the card we had, now this I believe is the featured prelim. Mason Jones versus Axel Solar. So this here was this fight was fucking amazing. This fight was an absolute banger from start to finish. There was points where I was like, "Ooh, come on, Jones," because I was going for my boy Mason Jones, and I believe, yes, I did, and I had him winning, and and I think that and it was just just awesome win. Awesome win. It was a great fight. Just heaps of transactions. Just a lot of and there's a reason why it won fight of the night, and these guys both deserve $100,000 each, on top of their $2.50 and $2.50 show and win bonuses. Into the main card, where we had Curtis Campbell versus Danny Silva. I bought into the hype, and I had Curtis Campbell winning this fight, and I really should have done my research, and I didn't realise that Danny Silva had taken my boy Kevin Vallejos to a close decision. I had no idea. I actually completely forgot about that, and I'm pretty sure I don't even remember watching that fight, because I was going for Kevin Vallejos, and and I was like, oh, and I had my hands on my head quite a bit, and I was fucking buzzing out, like I do. So Curtis Campbell he suffers the same fate as Shamrock and Patrick the Badrick. They do the same. All three of these dudes do the same thing, whereas they love to keep this thing up in the air. And when they say that Scousers don't like to get knocked out, well, a Scouser's been knocked out. So So Darren Till, this dude, Meatball Molly McCain. I think she got knocked out. I think she got knocked out once. Excuse me. But yeah, so this here, silly looking fight, goofy looking fight. I mean, yeah, mate, Curtis, he really needs to work on some striking. And just some good fundamentals, man. Just some good fundamentals. It's just. Yeah, it was just an ugly fight, and but no, good win for Danny Silva, and I think he deserves something nice, like a really good, I think this is a good win for him, and I think that this might give him the opportunity to be fighting a Nathaniel Wood or someone in that top 15, that 15 to 20 kind of range. But yeah, so that was a great win. This next fight was an absolute fucking garbage heap of a fight. Roman Fraudlitze was trying to do Ryan Hall fucking Imanari rolls and trying to heel hook CLD. CLD was having none of it. He defended pretty much all of the takedowns, and just fucking kicking his ass, literally just kicking him in the ass, and kicking him in the legs, while Roman Dolidze trying to do a Ryan Hall would at least set his shit up. He would set his shit up with the goofy fucking karate kicks and the fucking and these really ridiculous looking fucking jabs and stuff. He had no fucking punching power whatsoever, but he's not getting slimed out by he actually is getting slimed out by things. But at least Roman Dolidze, the only thing that Roman Dolidze has over Ryan Hall is the fact that he can be punched in the face by a large man multiple times. So this here, as I said, not interested in watching another Roman Dolidze fight at all. He should just go back to his two wives in Romania, in Georgia. One of them's Cheyenne Velismus, who used to be called Cheyenne Bays. She used to go out with a South African dude called JP Bays, no longer in the UFC. So he just needs to go back and just be a Georgian fucking thing. But this goes to show you that who said this? I believe that this statement came from Bedtime MMA. Shout out Bedtime MMA. He said that Roman Dolidze is proof that you can go and do anything at a high level if you and you don't know what you're doing. Because he didn't know. He looked like he had no fucking idea what he was doing. That's what that looked like to me. I mean, he had Marab in the corner and everything. He had Marab in the corner, and he did fucking jack shit. But that's neither here nor there. I will give you the highlight of the card up next, which was Iwo Baranowski versus Austin Lane. Austin Lane, which we all knew that was going to get fucking knocked out in the first minute, got knocked out in the first minute. So very happy with this result, because I don't think anyone likes Austin Lane. He's like the Greg Hardy. He's like the latest Greg Hardy. And if it's not Greg Hardy, it's Josh Hockett. But obviously, Josh Hockett is the new Chael. Or even Colby. I don't know yet. I haven't decided. Depending on how he goes against Curtis Blades, he will be either one of those two dudes. But absolutely awesome. But just absolutely sparked out Austin Lane. Austin Lane, unfortunately, brother, you do not have what it takes to be a light heavyweight. You're just too massive. And you don't have a chin for it, bro. Like these American football players, man, these gridiron players, they because they're getting fucking their ass beats and they're getting concussions since high school age, like since they're like, 15, 16, 17, all the way up until they're like 30 when they want to transition into MMA and stuff. It's like, well, mate, you've already had like 15 years of having your fucking head caved in. So of course their chins are they're gonna have like near on non-existent chins. I mean, this is what happened to Brendan Sharp. Brendan Sharp used to be he was like a reservist for the Colorado team. I can't remember what they're called. The Colorado Braves or some shit. I don't know. Fucking whatever. But when he got into UFC, he did really good with his. He didn't have exactly. I mean, how he lost in the tough finals against Roy Nelson, big bad overhand right, and gets fucking clocked by fucking big country Roy Nelson. And that's where I think that's Ben Rothwell. That's the one where the meme comes from. So good win from Iwo Baranowski. We could possibly be seeing Iwo Baranowski versus Navajo Sterling at some point in the near future, depending on if they want to have both of these guys come up at the same time. So now I've got this one. It's not even the co-main event. This is how fucking whack this card is, man. This is the curious case of MVP. MVP is just, like I said in my last video, I told you that he was going to go around and throw a grand total of about 15, 16 strikes, dancing around the fucking octagon, or a mogging Sam Patterson, who wanted to be there but fucking just didn't have anything for him. These guys used to be training partners. I didn't realise that until while I was watching it, I saw some things come up. So of course he's going to go for, he's going to go for this easy fight because he knows how this dude wants to do his, he knows how Sam Patterson wants to fight, and obviously he can't pull that off because he knows how to do it. So this fight, is like, I don't know. It's like Michael Venom Page. He talks all this big game about being fucking, this is that, and this is unfair. Fighter pay, da 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 da. I understand the fighter pay stuff, and I understand all this kind of things. But if you're gonna fight like he did on Sunday night or Sunday morning, or Saturday night, if you're, it would have been. I don't know. Whenever it was in wherever you are. If you're fighting like that and you're talking fighter pay and you're talking entertainment, you're talking all this kind of stuff, it's like, bro, be entertaining there. Throw more than 4 strikes in a round. This guy doesn't understand the concept of a combination, unfortunately, but he's so good at evasion. He's just so good at evading all these things. He just he doesn't get hit clean that often. He gets hit clean like every now and again. Sure, he gets hit clean, but old mate, he's like 4-1 in the UFC, and they're all win by decision. It's just that if you can't beat this dude, he will just you just get pointed, and then he just fucking he looks at you going, "Oh, I'm the VP. I'm fucking hard out. Oh, I'm the fucking man." Yeah, it's like, well, fucking prove it, bro. Fucking knock a cunt out, smash them right in the fucking head, chin someone, slime someone out. Make someone fall onto the canvas face first. Well, or I know that. This is what people were saying even when he was in Bellator. Well, Bellator, he realistically only fought 3 people that actually stood a chance, and one of those people knocked him out in the second round, I believe it was, Douglas Lima. So these people that actually have things. Actually have abilities and stuff like that, they can't get knocked out by this dude. This dude doesn't have enough punching power. So, and also the fact that he's also 38, I believe, or 37 or 38, that the speed is definitely slowing down. He's definitely slowing down compared to these previous fights that he's had. And yeah, and as I said, I think yeah, this next fight that he has, they I think won't re-sign him. I think because of the fact that he's been talking so much shit about fighter pay. He's been saying the unsavory things that Hunter Campbell and Dana White don't like hearing. So yeah, odds are we won't be seeing Michael Venom Page again. Well, we'll probably see him once, maybe twice more. But yeah, co-main event we had Luke Harley versus Michael Aswell Jr. This fight here, fucking hell, man. I knew that it was going to be biased. This was like I might as well have called this a UFC Mexico 2 with the kind of decisions that we had. Damn. This fight here, there was a lot of control time from Luke Riley. But yeah, man, it just this wasn't again. This was not a great fight. I mean, it was just not a great showing from Luke Riley and things like that. But I mean, we knew roughly, like we had a feeling that this was going to be the case, didn't we? Yes is the answer. But yeah, so good one for Luke Riley. Let's see what it's next for him. I think that I think if you give him if you give him something hard out next, I don't think he's going to pass that test. I think he needs one, maybe two more, not cans, but like decent same level competition. And I think that hopefully will give him the enough upgrades, upgrades to his toolbox, to actually start, piecing together some start winning against some ultimate fighters, as they say. Up the card we have the main. Oh shit! Fuck! The main event. Fuck! Sorry. Sorry. I just quick. This fight, yeah. What did I say? Right. I thought that Mosvar was going to win this fight 49-46. And I wasn't too far off. I had Mosvar winning this 3 rounds to 2. I didn't have it. No. Well, like when watching it, I had it 3 rounds to 2. Lerone Murphy did a lot better than I thought he was going to do. A lot of people were saying this is a draw. Lerone Murphy won. I mean, you can see there's definitely arguments to both, but again, the optics of it was Mosvar. Mosvar won that fight. He's on steroids, like definitely on steroids. That's not I don't even think that's even fucking an arguable thing, to be honest. I mean, Mosvar 3 years ago versus Mosvar now, they look completely different for starters. Like, and when I say look completely different, like it's noticeable. But I mean, hey, but yeah, no, I mean, if they go, and this is a big if they were to do Alex Volkanovski versus one of these two dudes, they're choosing Gene Silver. Because if the only I can't see Mosvar. Well, I mean, they could give him a title shot, and I hope that they do give him the title shot against Volk, so Volk can absolutely smoke this fucking weasel into the ground, and sail off into the sunset. But if that doesn't happen, and he ends up fighting Gene Silver instead, which is probably the more likely thing that's going to happen, I wouldn't hate a rematch of this. I wouldn't hate a rematch. I think that if this was I think that if this was if they were to run this back, I think Lerone Murphy would actually. I think Lerone Murphy has probably learnt a fair chunk from this event, and yeah. But I think, yeah. But at the end of the day, I don't think Mosva beats Volk, and I don't think he beats Lerone Murphy again. I think it was a very close fight. They could have, it could have gone either way. See, I would have been happy with a split decision. That split decision would have been all good. But yeah, but all in all, boring as fuck card. Was I right or was I right? I think I was pretty right. I don't even care what my picks were. I probably went dog shit. I know that I did pretty good on some of them, but yeah. But I know that I also probably didn't go that great on some of them either. But I'm fit. Hey. But on that note, thank you very much for joining me this evening. But yeah, be sure to like, subscribe, turn your notifications on, and all that cool stuff. And join me on Friday, where I will talk about UFC Seattle. Israel Adesanya versus Joe Pyfer. Body bags. Or body cam. Turn the body cam off. Pyfer. That's so fucking dumb, eh? Yeah, who gives a shit about that? But yeah, I am looking at hopefully getting a guest on at some point to talk a little bit about what they do and all this kind of stuff. It's going to be not sports ball related. It's going to be scrapaholics. Yeah, actually a jiu-jitsu guy. So we'll see how we go and see if I understand some what they say to me sometimes. But yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. You guys have a wonderful evening, and see you then.